I'm lying, y'all. I finished here just in time. And
What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. We got something special. I told you, Patreons, YouTube channel members, we here. We're going to go from the top, left to right. This is the group chat. We're going to, just have fun with this boxing, innovate like I always do. Starting from the top, we got Jose De Jesus. What's up, man? My man, Jose.
What's happening, Ego? How's everybody doing?
Good. Let them know where you from.
So, born in Dominican Republic, and I live in New York. Been here for like 25 years, and I'm in Westchester, New York, which is about 25 minutes outside of New York City. And yeah, man, I'm excited to be in here, and I'm looking forward to this Zoom, and hopefully we'll do many more.
Yeah, definitely. All right, shout out to my man Jose. What got you into boxing? Like a moment or what?
I started watching boxing when I was, just it was always events. As kids, we always, we'll get together when there was like pay-per-view events, whether there were like, WWF events or boxing events. We would always get together and watch them at a friend's house or somebody's house. So then from there, I just really got into boxing, and it was something that I really enjoyed. For a period of time, I kind of, got away from it just because work. Once you get out of high school and whatever, the real world kicks in, and it was for a period of time I had to work weekends, so I really couldn't watch the fights.
Oh yeah, that's rough.
But yeah, now it's things are. I don't work weekends anymore, so I could really, just enjoy every fight that comes up, and I have all the apps to watch, whatever fights and events come up.
Right on. Glad to have you. This guy, he's holding it down. He's one of my shooters. He's always been definitely a contributor to the channel, so appreciate you.
Thank
see
you.
Me in the middle is Boxing Ego. Y'all know me, the originator, the Dundada. Now let's get to my man next to me, Leroy. I gotta do you like the Last Dragon, Leroy.
I knew that was coming. That was coming. Yeah, my name's Leroy Kilpatrick. I know I got this old school name. I'm only 25, but yeah, I got the old school name.
Yeah, you got the OG name.
Yeah, and I ain't the only one too. My dad, I'm the third, Leroy Kilpatrick the third. So my dad, my grandpa, me, and my little brother's the fourth. So yeah, yes sir.
Where you from?
South Jersey, Bridgeton, New Jersey.
Right on.
And so I'm out here with that Rona.
It's crazy out there, huh? Everybody, hope everyone on this stream and everyone's family is being safe. Favorite fighter?
No doubt. Currently or historically, like
both. Since you asked both.
All right. Of course, the GOAT.
Oh, that's
Muhammad
dope.
Ali.
Okay.
You already know. Yeah, you got the greats right here.
Respect.
So, as far you already kind of know, because it's sort of hard to pick just one. I can't.
Yeah. All right. Top three historic. Top three historic, because that is a hard question.
All right. Yeah. All right. Top three historic. We got Muhammad Ali, Thomas the Hitman Hearns.
Okay.
And of course, Mike Tyson.
Okay.
Sort of hard. I got more, but I just
it's hard to narrow it down like that. All
and
right.
then currently Deontay Wilder and Caleb Plant.
To this day.
You already know.
Good to have you.
Appreciate it.
Next, we got my man Antonio, Real Brother 32. He putting on his chapstick or something. He think he LL. What's up, man? Real Brother 32.
Man, what's good, y'all? We good, man.
How you
What's
doing?
Up, Ego? Man, I'm feeling good, bro. I just got home from shooting 18 on the golf course. I can't tell y'all the score because, I'm just getting out there and, it's an expensive sport. I'll say that. Every time you go out on the course, that's $125 to shoot those 18 holes.
How's it been with the Rona?
Your boy out there,
how's it been with the Rona?
But that's the only sport you can really practice without. Yeah, it's people are keeping their distance here in Virginia, but man, it's going to change the way we view sports and the way we interact with people every day.
Thanks.
So from what I've been seeing right now here in Virginia, DC, Maryland, people walking around with their mask on. When you go into a store, people are actually giving you 10 feet to shop. They're not really trying to be around you. This is isolating a lot of families. It's just tough, man. But, me and my wife, we just been kicking it, going to the park, golfing, and just trying to, get back to basics when it comes to relationships. But as far as our friends and things of that nature, I still have my homies that I like to smoke sticks with, but we do that 10 feet apart. We don't really shake hands. We don't dap each other up no more. Don't nobody be pouring no liquor. Everybody keeping their distance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Favorite musician? Go.
Oh boy. Favorite musician. Jesus.
Musician.
So what I've been listening to lately, I've been listening to a lot of Prince, and I've been listening to a lot of Michael Jackson. If we're going overall, oh man, damn, it's so many. Whitney Houston, Mariah, I like them all, bro.
Okay, fair enough. I went to Prince.
For
That was
sure.
my favorite concert I've ever been to. He was Prince in Oakland. Rest in peace to the legend. That was an awesome
Salute to
concert.
him.
All right, let's keep going. Next we have my man Sura. What's up? How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. You? How y'all doing?
Good. Where you from?
Chicago, West Side.
Oh, he banged.
Park Boxing. Yep.
Oh, hold on. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. Hold on. Where did Sura go? We got too many people on here.
I'm still here. I think I'm still here.
Yeah. You good. You good. So where are you from again?
West Side, Chicago.
How's that? How's the weather?
Weather here, man. We like almost 90 degrees today. It's nice now. Got a little rain, but everything here is good.
If I come to Chicago, what do I got to try? A restaurant, a type of food? Let me know.
You got to try the pizza. Chicago known for its pizza and its Italian beefs.
It's good?
I'm a vegetarian, so I just do the cheese pizza, but the pizza is the bomb in Chicago.
How long you been a vegetarian?
Man, about 26 years.
Okay, right on. Good to have you. We about to get started with the boxing. Matt, what's up? You up to bat. Matt, what's up?
Yo, what it do?
Matt, where you from? Good to have you. Oh, he lighting up right now. I have to tell you, we said it a sidebar off the record. I'm feeling that backdrop, that Frederick Douglass. That look dope.
Word. Yeah, so New Jersey raised, living out here in Harlem right now, so that's where I'm from, 135th and Lenox.
Okay.
Holding it up. Corona went hard, but I think it's starting to open up out here though.
Definitely. Hope everyone's being safe. Do you have a favorite fight? A favorite boxing fight or moment?
I actually, you know what? I was just watching all the Sugar Ray fights on YouTube, right? So Hagler, Hearns, Hagler, Duran, all them fights. I can't really call which one's the best, but Sugar Ray was that dude.
Definitely. Good to have you. Let's keep going.
Thank you.
We have Roger. Roger, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, Ego?
Hey, what's up? Where you from, Rod? Oh, man. I did hit the right button. Okay, my bad. Where you from?
Yeah, I'm from Austin, Texas.
Okay. I know it's humid out there, right? Right now?
Oh, man. The last couple of days, humid, super dry hot, and then at the nighttime, cool and breezy. So we just been all over the place.
I heard Austin's real nice. Like I know someone that got property out there. Like they just moved out there. They said it's a real nice area.
Yeah, I love it. I'm from here. I've always lived here. I've never lived anywhere else. And I just see so many people that come from everywhere to be here. And, it trips me out sometimes. Like, wow, like there's so many people that are from New York and Cali and Chicago and Phoenix and Washington. We're like a big melting pot over here.
Yeah, because you got affordable prices. Like Cali, the price is just ridiculous. So you know how that goes.
All the Californians that come, they always say, "Hey, you guys are just like us." But the small little nice spot I had in Cali, I came over here, got a mansion.
Yeah, it's definitely like that. You can't get anything close to what you can get out here in Cali. Have you ever been to a boxing fight, like a live fight?
Yeah, I've been to a few, and I'm a owner of a little gym out here. In my gym, we had
that's dope.
boxing. Yeah, RPM Fitness, ATX. So yeah, man, I'm a huge boxing fan ever since a little kid.
What's one of your favorite fights that you went to live?
You know what? I've only been to a few professionals, but I've been to a whole bunch of tournaments and a whole bunch of like,
okay.
You know, the younger guys still coming up in the amateurs. Yeah,
those are action packed. A lot of those because the kids,
yeah, they don't have much to lose, so they put it all out there.
Yeah, you can find some good small shows.
Movia fight in San Antonio, and that was pretty vicious right there.
Yeah.
So that was more recent.
Good to have you. We're gonna keep going down the list. Oh my gosh, this dude, Icy. Where you at? Icy, what you smiling for? What's up, Icy?
Because my name holds power. You know what I mean? I just got.
You're not even driving. How is it hold power? You're not even driving right now. You don't even have a license.
So you want me to be on a call and drive? That's not safe.
You're like 12 with no license. So anyway, tell him whatever.
My little brother is driving. Just so
what's
y'all
up,
know.
Little bro?
But, yeah, he's chilling. So y'all know me already. Well, for the most part. But for those who don't, as you can see on the thing, my name is Isaiah Charles. I'll give you the whole name. Isaiah Darius Charles. I got the blackest name in my city. But people call me Icy. I've had that name since I was a baby. And I'm an amateur boxer going on 6 years. It'll be 6 years in September. And I live in LA, but I'm from Baytown, Texas, the Houston area. Currently, I'm staying here until the LA stay-at-home order is over. So, yeah, that's it. I was just getting out the gym as Eagle invited me on the Zoom call. And, yeah.
All right.
That's me in a nutshell.
All right, I'm going to breeze through this because I know some people are like, get to the damn boxing. All right, Tao, what's up? Tao, in the building.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, what's up?
Where are you from? Tell them. You told me, but tell them.
Yeah, I'm from Paris.
Paris.
France.
It's nice out there?
Yeah, it's all right, bro.
Yeah. Where are you from originally? Paris?
Originally, I'm from the north of France.
Okay.
Caen. Yeah.
What's it called?
Caen. C-A-E-N.
Oh, okay. Dope.
Yeah.
You're bilingual?
Yeah, I speak a little bit of German, and I speak English and French.
I'm going to get with you so I can get my French game up. Give me some French.
Yeah, no problem.
Favorite fighter?
Right now, it's Errol Spence.
Beast.
And of all time, I think it's either Muhammad Ali or Roy Jones.
Okay, I like your taste. Good to have you, man. Next week, we got Prophet. What's up, Prof?
Yo, what up?
In the building. Where you from, Prof?
Baltimore originally. I
Okay.
lived in Virginia most of my life. I just moved out to Ohio where my mom's is at, so I'm out here in Sticks now.
What part of the O?
I'm about 30 minutes from Cleveland.
You watching the other sports outside of boxing?
Yeah, definitely football. You know, my Ravens all day.
Okay,
a
you're a
little
Ravens.
basketball. With the weird sport, I mean, well, not weird, but the sport most people don't watch that I watch is pool, man. I love playing pool, watching pool.
That's dope. Are you from Baltimore? Tank's from Baltimore. Tank versus Ryan Garcia. Who wins?
Tank all day. You already know my stance.
I just had to ask you, bro. Hey, your picture went out. I don't know if you did something, but good to have you. Adrian, what's up? I don't know if you're still on the call. We about to get started now because somebody's trying to join, but nah, I can't do them like that. I ain't letting nobody else in because we got to get started. Someone's joining right now. Adrian, what's up, Adrian? Can you hear me? Buddy Lee, what's up? Buddy Lee Sr. We about to get started right now because we got a full house. It's looking like the Brady Bunch. You got all the boxing Hollywood Squares or something. So let's get started. Well, it's not a lot going on, but boxing, during this pandemic, hopefully everyone's being well and whatnot. It's starting to heat up. There's a couple different things. Did you guys see the Adrian Broner video? Adrian Broner said he need $10 million. He's been saying it. He said he need $10 million to come back. Otherwise, he ain't scrapping. He's just gonna release his album. What do you guys think of that? I need answers. So just unmute whenever you guys are good. Who's seen the video?
Yeah, I've seen it. Adrian, you just need to chill, man. 10 mil just to come back. Come on, dude.
Why you say you gotta chill? Why you say you gotta chill? You don't think you'll get 10 million?
You just lost your last fight. I think didn't he get 10 for that Pacquiao joint? You just come back and demand 10. Oh man,
10
give me
off
10
the
off the bat. Come on, man.
You gonna get the AB album?
Hell no, I ain't gonna get this album. I watch him fight.
Yeah,
but I ain't gonna listen to him rap.
That's bad timing for him. He just had that big diss track against him when Manny beat his ass, and everybody heard that. So yeah, his album better be like good.
Yo, does anybody know if he's actually any good? Like, I've never heard any of his stuff.
Who is that? Who said that?
That was Matt.
Oh, Matt. His music? I'm not sure. I haven't really heard. I heard he actually had a song on World Star, and it wasn't, it was cool.
I heard he was decent.
Yeah, he had a song on World Star that was straight. But, so you guys don't think you'll get 10 mil? What kind of fights you want to see Broner in? What type of fights you want to see?
I like to fight Maidana. Maidana come back, they should go and redo that one.
Sir, why are you doing him like that, bro? Maidana, just straight away? Maidana weighed like 170.
He got to get his get back, man. He got to get his get back.
Damn.
He's got to do something good.
You think Maidana could even make 47?
Hey, shit, if I was him, I'd make him dry him out so he can get there and then whoop his ass. That's his best chance.
Wow. Yeah, you cold.
I don't think Maidana wants to do that though.
Hey, for that check, he'll do it.
He looks awfully happy right now. He looks really.
You think Maidana blew through his money and he needs to fight, or is he doing
probably? I think he do. I think he need to. He ain't, man. He what he got, like $3 million from Floyd. Probably got a few royalties. He probably ran through most of it. He probably lost a lot of it in taxes. I don't know how the taxes is in Venezuela, but he probably lost Argentina. Yeah, my fault. Argentina. So he probably lost some of that probably in taxes. Probably didn't realize how much tax he had to pay, and he probably needs some more money.
Real brother, what you say? Who's your Broner fight?
Man, I don't know. When it comes to Broner, his mental is not 100% to me right now. I truly feel like he's going through this process of where he's just trying to demand a specific amount of money. Now, I don't know if this is because he just lost that court case with the girl from the club that he touched inappropriately.
Oh, I forgot about that.
The judge defaulted the case. So he's really hurting for cash right now. Like, he is in trouble. Damn. So he has an X variable amount of money that he needs in order to supply to that court and to that female so he can move on with his life. 10 million might be that magic number. I don't know, but
yeah, that's actually a good point.
I don't see him making a lot of money. Yeah, and his lawyers. I don't see him making a lot of money releasing the rap album. Ego.
I don't know, because Tekashi just told on the whole hood, and people seem like they still messing with him. Man. So I don't know.
Well, Tekashi's he's a decent.
This new generation, they seem down for whatever. Like, you could rat and snitch.
They're weird. They don't want any type of standards. They're like, what?
Yeah, like, I don't get that.
Like that.
Who?
Snitches get riches.
Icy, what'd you say?
Yeah, for real.
Icy said. Icy, you like that. You the same age group as Tekashi.
I'm from the suburbs. I can listen to Tekashi. I'm not in the city.
You're going to dye your hair with a rainbow colors.
Snitches get riches.
Listen, no, I wanted to say, the best fight for AB, I think, his comeback fight, is Keith Thurman.
That's a hard fight, though. Who said hell no? Hold on.
I don't think that's a good fight for him. That's a big gamble. He needs to have somebody that's in the middle, like, somebody that's good, but doesn't have like a great chance of doing him like
both of them.
Yeah, you got to understand.
Both of them test their worth. Because Keith Thurman's out of shape right now.
Would that be it for him? If Keith Thurman were to whip his ass, would that be it for him?
Yeah, I mean that would be a hard. That's a hard.
Yeah.
Icy. Think about what you're saying. Broner lost his last fight, right, to Pacquiao. Obvious. Y'all know I beat that boy. You know he still lost, right? Then he had a draw with Jesse Vargas, and then before that was the Mikey Garcia loss, if I'm not mistaken. So that's like he hasn't had the victory since Granados, which was even a close fight. So to come back off a long layoff and fight Thurman, even though he's coming off a loss, he's still naturally bigger. So I think it's a good fight. It will sell for sure, but that's a tough one. You know, that's a tough one to come back to off a loss.
So y'all would rather than him have a tuna first.
I think he should.
But who's he gonna have a tuna with for $10 million?
Well, I don't care about.
I would say
million. That's his.
The $10 million. If you want to go with that $10 million, he got to run it back with. If you want that money like that, he got to run it back with Maidana. He got to run it back with Maidana because people want to see that fight.
You steady want him to fight Maidana, bro.
And he got to get his get back. He want $10 million. If he fight Maidana, he might get about $3 million off the back end money, something.
Oh damn!
How about 2 $5 million fights?
That's cool. You know, I think
they might do that.
I don't know about how much these fights are worth, especially with this pandemic, but I do think fights with Sergey Lipinets or maybe a Jose Cito Lopez, I think that's where like a lane of types of fights that Broner could take right now. Or even Andre Berto. What's up?
Ego, you know who might get him that payday for real if you think about it?
Who?
Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Let him beef.
Let
him beef with Conor McGregor. Sure. That fight will sell. And he got a chance of beating McGregor. I think he'll beat McGregor.
Yeah,
Conor ain't taking that fight though.
Yeah, I don't know if Conor would. You know,
but that fight will sell though. No. That'll sell.
Yeah, it will sell. You know, I wouldn't mind at this point Amir Khan either. Amir Khan and Broner.
Yes,
I think that's straight.
That'll be a good fight.
I think because Khan got speed still. Like we get it, Terrence Crawford and Canelo. That's too much for Khan, but Broner, 47 hasn't showed to be necessarily his go-to weight. So,
Yeah, what do y'all think about him going back down to 140? Because he got some good
think he should. I think he should drop.
Yeah.
I think he should drop to 140, but I think he used to eating all that good food right now.
Yeah, I'm sure that's hard.
Yeah, he should leave 140 alone. Maybe a catch weight.
He might not make 147. He might not make 147. He was looking big in that last fight video.
That's true, man.
Like, damn, you look like you was 160. I was like, damn.
Ooh,
175.
Damn. Michael, what's up?
What's good, man?
You just joined us. Where are you from?
I'm Mike from Boston, man.
Oh, what's up?
Mike from Boston. Salute.
Yeah, we were talking about Broner. Moving on, Mike Tyson. Him coming back. Do you guys want to see it? Do you don't want to see it? What's the verdict on Mike Tyson? How does he look? All that stuff. I got to hear from you.
I want to see it.
Who said that?
Roger.
Okay. You want to see him come back?
Yeah, I want to see it.
How come?
Because I think that I think if we look at his last fights before he retired, I think he looks a little sharper now. Like he has a better discipline. Because in those last fights, he was a lot heavier. He was slower. You remember he at the end of that fight with was that Williams Danny Williams, and he said, I'm actually fighting with the broken back. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
Tyson he looked like he was moving around real good. And when you got guys that aren't really moving like that, and that kind of shorter guy, because now all the heavyweights are all 6'5" and 6'6". I'm 6'3", and I definitely have a harder time, sparring with somebody that's a lot shorter than me than I do somebody that's, not as big of an offset, up or down. I think the shorter guys are harder to hit.
Yeah, that's a good point. I do think Tyson, he looked kind of a little bit bulked out when he retired. He looks like he's in almost better shape at 53 than when he was younger.
That's what I was thinking.
Like the back half of his career.
I think I don't think it's realistic for him to come back after all this time because of his age.
That's a good point.
He might be able to do like 3-4 rounds, because if you think about it, his career, Tyson would knock people out in the first 3 rounds. He was knocking people out, but then after that he will fade. So at this age, I mean, those are short clips that you see, but you haven't really seen him train for an hour. So I don't think it's realistic for him to come back and do a 12-round fight or a 10-round fight. I mean, he could do let's say like a charity event or something like that with Holyfield, you know, and do like 4-round exhibition or something of that sort, and people watch it. But I don't think it's realistic to you know, fight 10 rounds or 12 rounds, and you know.
I think that Holyfield setup is like a perfect like scenario for him, just to see. And then if he blows everybody out the water, it has more gas in the tank than we think he'll have. Then maybe take somebody that's kind of in the middle right now, like, you know, somebody that's not going to be a real big threat, but just so he can go like the full distance. Because that was the main thing I was thinking when I saw it. I'm like, yeah, but these are clips, like you said, Jose, clips. So, you know, everybody that has at least a boxing background can look pretty good in flashes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, I would think too that the cardio, you know, how conditioned are his lungs right now, and he has a pretty open smoking bud atmosphere, you know, so he's definitely a smoker.
And the thing is, I seen one of his training clips where he started training and then he looked like he was tired after, and that was just a training clip. So yeah, I don't know if it'd be advisable to come back after this long, you know, and have real competitions. You know, as far Tyson Fury said something about he got a call to fight Tyson on Tyson. I don't know. I don't want to see all that. You know, Wilder or Joshua, Dubois, nothing like that. I respect Mike, but you know, he better fight Tito Ortiz.
Holyfield look perfect for him. Yeah,
or somebody his age group, you know.
He do an exhibition fight like Holyfield, and then fight that dude that looked like Patrick Starr that Dillian White fought. What's his name?
Who did Dillian White fight?
He's the dude that looked like Patrick Starr. He knocked him out. What's his name? I think he's from Australia somewhere.
Lucas Brown.
Lucas Brown. He can whoop him.
Oh yeah.
Why you trying to play Lucas, bro?
That's crazy, bro.
Hey, y'all wild.
Patrick Starr, SpongeBob.
Wow.
What y'all think about Mike Tyson? What y'all think about Mike Tyson and Shannon Briggs?
Yeah.
Two power punches.
I think that'd be
crazy.
That's a good 4-round fight. That ain't going for 3 rounds. Whoever gonna win.
You already
Let's go, champ. Yeah, that would be crazy.
Shannon Briggs. Shannon Briggs is claiming that Shannon Briggs said he joined a live that I was in on Instagram. He said me and Mike Tyson are fighting. Like he said for sure, it's definitely happening. But he trolls, so I don't know if you believe that shit. You know.
Yeah. You don't know for a fact if it's true. That would be crazy. But he also said something about tag team match. That would be.
Yeah. I don't know. He trolls people, man.
That's funny.
Like wrestling?
I don't know, bro.
Like 2 older guys in each corner, like.
Yeah. Like, he said like me and Tyson versus you and somebody else. Since we're in the heavyweight division, I got it because I know that you guys have different opinions on this. I think Deontay Wilder is being criminally treated. So I want to know from you guys. He lost, yeah, I get it, but you know, people are writing him off in the Fury fight, in the third fight, like he has no chance. Do you guys think that Wilder has a chance in the third fight, or is it finito?
Yeah,
of course.
He absolutely has a chance. Hell yeah.
For this question, I'm going to go from the top. So, you know, you could just say pass if you don't want to. Jose, you got any thoughts? Because I want to, just so we have an order. You got any thoughts on that, Jose?
You don't understand how bad I want that third fight again. Because I'm telling you, Deontay Wilder is going to knock him the fuck out. You know,
I feel you, bro.
And what piss me off is that people don't, like, Tyson Fury has a history of cheating. So, you know, he's not going to get away with that shit the next fight. So, you know, with everything that was out there with the gloves, with all the cheating that he's done in the past, you know, I hope that Wilder and his camp are really, you know, on top of it in terms of like, listen, check that motherfucker's glove, check everything, make sure he gets tested so that he doesn't get away with any cheating. And like I said,
facts.
Anybody who watched that fight knew that wasn't really, you know, Wilder didn't look like himself. He just his legs were gone after like a round and a half, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? Oh yeah, Wilder's gonna come back and knock him the fuck out.
Even you know what else I noticed too? Even in the Wilder Fury 2 fight, Wilder seemed like his face didn't look like punches. It looked like welted. You know what I'm saying? Like you got hit with a bag of nickels or something.
Like you got hit with a hammer or something.
Yeah, it looked just welted.
Like, when is the last time that you seen a boxer bleeding out of his ear? Like, you know, from boxing punches. That doesn't happen.
Leroy, you got anything to add? Is Wilder done? Like some people are, you know, estimating.
No. Wilder, I agree with you 100%. All of you when it comes to the fact that they are criminally like the way they're counting Deontay Wilder out is ridiculous. It makes no sense once. So it is. It's disrespectful. Like this man went 40 and like he knocked down every single opponent he's had in his past, including Tyson Fury twice. Like everybody acting like, oh, he didn't, like he slept for Tyson Fury. Like Tyson Fury was asleep. So it's like in the first fight. So it's like I don't understand why they are counting this man out. It's like he always says they got to be perfect for 12 rounds. He only got to be perfect for 1 second. So yeah, I believe if Wilder makes the necessary adjustments he needs to, you know, he got this.
Yeah. The other thing I think is Wilder, you know, he started boxing late, so he could still learn. Like he has the X factor to anybody who gets that right hand the same way, or even the left hand, you're out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I think he underestimated the fact that Tyson Fury was going to try to push him back and bully him. And then now that you know that's what Fury might try to do, then you have to prepare for that. And then there's people like Holyfield and whatnot saying that they're down to come and help him. Not Holyfield. What's his name?
George Foreman.
Thank you. Yeah, George Foreman. So I feel like you have some of the best advice in the game, things like that. So he could definitely make the transition. And Tyson Fury even said in a recent interview that he thinks Wilder is going to be more dangerous in the third fight. And that's what I agree with. I think Wilder is more dangerous in the third fight because he's going to try to get that belt back. So he knows what he's risking. And he knows how it felt to lose, you know, as a pro, things like that. He's going to come with the vengeance. I can imagine that. So I can't understand why people are just writing him off and acting like, oh, he was sucked and, you know, all this stuff.
Did you see the live Tyson Fury did this morning where he kind of gave a little interview after his workout?
What did he say?
He basically contradicted himself. Like he first said he was like, yeah, I'm going to be fighting one time this year, and it's going to be Wilder, and it's going to be in front of a crowd. But then a few minutes later, the guy basically asked him the same question. He was like, well, you know, I don't think things are going to be ready by October, and on our contract it says we need to fight by October. So, like, basically insinuating that the contract would be void if they didn't fight by October. Like, I'm
the loophole not to fight him.
Exactly. Yeah, you know, he said I have the whole thing taped. I'm gonna put it up on my YouTube. But he completely contradicted himself. Like he said the exact opposite thing. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna be fighting him this year," and then he was like, "No, I don't think it's gonna happen this year, and the contract might be void." So
yeah, Tyson Fury.
I don't believe shit from Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's what I'm saying. He contradicts himself a lot. Yeah. Like he said,
every day.
McGregor is gonna train him for MMA, and then Conor's like, "Who the fuck is that?" Like, so
who the fuck is this?
Yeah. He's like, what? Real Brother 32. Is it over for Wilder?
No. And I just had this discussion in my cigar lounge. A lot of people, like I watched your video the other night in reference to where you were detailing some of the things that were released in reference to somebody on his team that may have done something to his water. There were metal pieces in Tyson's gloves. And man, I watched that video and I was just up. I couldn't sleep. So I went and watched that fight again. And the way he was getting hit, and after that first round, I kept saying, my wife even said, that don't look right.
He got hit with a soft punch that made him look like that.
Yeah, and he like never seemed to recover after the second round, the knockdown. And it didn't look like the knockdown. You could tell when a guy gets like knocked out and they're like badly hurt on their last leg. It didn't even really look like
He
that.
looked like Margarito versus Cotto. Where all
Oh,
of a sudden
say that
Cotto just
again.
like
Yeah,
Margarito versus Cotto.
Yeah, it did look like that. See?
Like all of a sudden his
Plaster of
ears
Paris,
bleeding,
man.
but you're
Yeah.
like, what
Come on.
made his ear bleed? What was the shot that did it?
Yeah,
You know,
and his
it looked like there was a
equilibrium
couple of
looked
sloppy
off.
overhands that he got caught with going into the corner. You kind of saw where he kind of right before the bell rang, kind of buckled a little bit, but you know, dang, why is your ear bleeding so bad?
Yeah, that was weird.
He actually was off balance. Like Blood Boxing did a live video this morning where he actually played the whole fight and like broke it down and kind of looked to see, you know, if Wilder was off balance. And I mean, it was kind of inconclusive. Like we couldn't really say for sure, but you could see that he was unsteady on his feet before. Like even in the first round, he didn't look like he had his bearings. Like. And, you know, I mean, he doesn't always have the best footwork, so he's kind of off balance sometimes. But, I mean, watching it, it looked like it just didn't look like he normally does in a first round of a fight. Usually he has, like, he's not gassed. He was getting gassed and seemed like he was having trouble staying on his feet. Like he said, he seemed to, like, kind of fall over. And
he looked unstable in his legs.
Unstable,
Yeah,
exactly. That's what it was.
Definitely. Isaiah, Icy, what do you think?
What's up?
What do you think about Wilder? Is it done? Is it like, you know, it's just nothing he can do to improve? Like some people are saying.
Hell no, it's not done. He gonna knock that nigga out the third fight.
Why you say that?
I mean, you know, y'all are saying a lot already that I agree with. Wilder did look kind of weird. I just think if he can, I don't know, if he can reestablish or rectify some kind of mistakes that he's, you know, had over the course of his career, I think he'll be fine for the most part. Maybe it's something in his training, you know, et cetera, blah, blah, whatever, whether it's athletic training or skill training. I think he'll be all right. Wilder to me, like I'm not worried. I think DW knows what he's doing, and I think in the third fight, there's not much that Fury is gonna bring. I don't see Fury winning the third fight. Not absolute. Not, you know. I know I'll be rambling or whatever, but I will say this.
Doing that.
I'm sorry, bro.
Nah,
I don't think. I'll say this. I'm not gonna say it's can't.
You're breaking
I just
up.
don't think he will. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
No, I was saying I don't think it's an impossibility that Fury can win the third fight. I just don't think he will. Because Wilder got that one-hitter quitter, so we're gonna see what happens.
Matt, Tao, you guys have anything to add? What is it? You know, what do you think? Wilder Fury 3, good fight, bad fight?
Yeah, I think I echo everything else. I'll let you go, Tao.
No, you can go on. It's fine.
Are y'all polite?
All right. Nah, I just want to say, you know, if all those allegations that, you know, are in the media right now regarding what Tyson Fury did, I mean, he deserves everything that's coming for him. Because remember, before Deontay was talking all about putting a body on his record, et cetera, et cetera. Now, I think this is personal. Before, it was all just a game trying to build a fight. If all that's true, it's totally 100% personal, and Tyson Fury deserves everything he's getting because he tried to kill a dude. I mean, we all know it's a combat sport, and you need to go in that fair, you know, 1-to-1, man-to-man, and he deserves everything that's happening. Win, lose, or draw, I just hope Deontay puts a hurting on him.
Tao.
Yeah, I agree with all you said. The thing is, you remember the video Wilder put right after his fight, when he kind of disappeared, then put a video on Instagram, and that shit scared me. That shit was scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like it was like he was 100% focused and angry. You know, like I believe he's going to knock out Wilder in the next fight, like in the third fight. Yeah, I believe that.
You know,
And with everything, with the ball gate, with the glove gate, and there's too many things that I want to see the third fight. That's it.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, I'm scared. I'm worried about the third fight. If no one else is worried about it, like,
Why do you say that?
Just because I don't want to. I mean, Tyson Fury. I mean, that was tough to watch the second fight and watch him lose that way. Tyson Fury's a good boxer, so I mean, I don't want to go into it the way I went into the last fight. Was I thought absolutely Deontay Wilder was going to knock him out, and then look what happened. So I don't want to start saying, Wilder's definitely going to knock him out. He could definitely lose again. I mean, so I mean, I just like, I mean, I'm pulling for him, but I'm nervous. Like, I'm nervous to see what ends up happening.
Fair.
We won't know until the fight happens. So that's why we have combat sports. This man needs redemption. He got beat. I don't know if it was a clean fight. He lost. Okay. We need this third fight to finish this shit out so we can say definitely what was 100% either Wilder or Fury. So in my mind, it's 1-1. Okay?
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
I need this
Explain
third
why you
fight
said
to
that,
close
though.
it out.
Explain why you said it's
Okay,
1-1 in your head.
So in my mind,
Yeah, I get you.
the first fight, Wilder clearly had Fury sleeping.
He was on
That's a
He was
KO.
asleep.
That was a KO.
It was a KO.
Who said
So,
that? My man
Roger.
from Texas?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he was asleep, huh?
He was
Yo, the
sleeping.
ref said he won
They
the
gave
fight.
him that
The refs.
boo count too. That 20 count pace. Whoa.
Yeah, he was out.
I just want to say the ref said he won the fight. The ref was like, yo, he gave Deontay the first 4 rounds.
So
Plus you count the knockouts.
Oh, yeah,
he won
that's
the fight.
a great, Matt, that's a great add-on.
right. That's right,
brother,
Matt.
keep going.
So that's one fight for Wilder, right? All right. 2, you got the second fight. Now, for all shits and giggles, I was in Vegas. I was there for that hoopla and that bullshit. Now, I don't know what was in Wilder's water. I don't know why he was lethargic getting out of the costume. But I can tell you, it was some strange shit going on in Vegas that night. It was weird, man. It was just, the atmosphere was different.
Okay.
It was different from when I went to the Errol Spence, Mikey Garcia fight. It was just live. It was electric.
That was lit, yeah.
This fight, it had some kind of, I don't know if it was some voodoo. Pacquiao mama came through with the chicken bones.
Hey, you
What?
wild, dog.
But this shit was different. And I mean, it was just, I just think, okay, we're going to call that Fury's victory. Whatever happened, it happened. And that was just hard for me to watch that as a black man in America with all the racial undertones and situations that are happening to this day, right now.
To this day.
You see about people getting killed and shot. The thing is, the technology's increased. The crimes have stayed the same.
That's exactly
but
right.
Anywho, I ain't going to get into that.
I'm going to use this moment right now. So to take a quick, brief moment of silence for George Floyd. I don't know if you guys seen that video with the police officer kneeling on his neck till he can't breathe until he
put his neck. He broke his neck.
Yeah, man. So just a quick moment of silence.
2 days ago.
All right, thank you guys. But yeah, man, we, new media. We talk about everything over here.
I wanted to ask you guys, going back to the first fight, have you ever seen a boxing match where someone was knocked unconscious and the ref did not stop the fight? Has anyone ever seen that? Because I never have.
Because at the end of the day, like, this is my view, is I was at the first Wilder fight. This is literally what happened. When I was at the Wilder fight, press, whatever, this guy, you could tell he wanted Fury to win. And as soon as Wilder connected and then followed up with the hook, and it was like over, Fury slipped. The guy, he was like taking score on his desk, and he threw his pen like, oh my gosh, like, because he thought maybe Fury would win a decision, and then right when Wilder slept Fury, he just like, oh my god, and he threw his pen like because he was angry that Wilder had knocked him out.
Yeah, I've never seen a fight where they let you take like a brief little time out, like a real nap, like a real quick. I'll be right back.
The other thing,
let you back up, and then no matter what, Wilder still beat up Fury worse than Fury beat him up.
Oh yeah,
because he went down twice, bad, ugly. He got tired, he got lethargic. Like he got outclassed, but he didn't get floored.
Yeah, and even the stoppage, he didn't want his corner to stop it.
he was still fighting.
I was trying to read his lips. Yeah, I was trying to read with his lips what he said to Mark Breland, and I could have swore he said, "What are you doing?" or "Would you do that for?" You watch his lips when he's looking at Mark Breland.
I saw that. I remember that.
Like, what you do that for? Like, you know, like I was still in it. So, you know, we know Wilder.
I think Breland saved Deontay Wilder's life.
Yeah, because he had too much heart for
I'm with you on that.
Good.
Yeah.
He would have fought to the death that night if they would have let him.
My opinion, I think to me, Joshua versus Ruiz, I thought he quit. But Wilder, he didn't quit.
Facts. That's facts.
He was wanting to keep going and everything. You know, the warrior way.
Yeah, Mark Breland, I don't know how true they were about the rumors of DW being pissed off at him or whatever. But that was like my only grievance with Wilder was if that was true or not. If he had a problem with Mark Breland, I mean, I get it as a fighter, like you don't want to lose and shit, but yeah, Mark came through.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with the stoppage like that, but if he had told his team specifically, let me go out my way, then, you know, he hired you. You kind of have to respect his wish. Now, I will say this one thing I want to say. If you guys disagree, let me know. I still think Wilder Fury 3 is a tougher fight for Fury than Fury versus Joshua. And I think Wilder Fury 3 is a more action fight than Joshua versus Tyson Fury. I think Tyson Fury versus Joshua would be more of a thinking man's game. And
it's going to be a boxing match.
Yeah, they're going to be trying to box, especially this like kind of borderline scary Joshua.
Yeah.
Like the last fight or whatever.
Not trying to get touched in the chin too hard.
Yeah. See, but the thing is, AJ's not going to be able to run from Fury like he did from Ruiz. Because Ruiz
Fury's too big. He's too big to run.
He's too tall. He's in better shape in terms of like, you know, cardio. He was in better shape at that time than when Ruiz came. So he's not gonna be able to run away from Fury. Now, what pisses me off is like you know, Wilder and his camp have to make sure that they get that fight, because I feel like if there's any technicality in terms of the contract, if it's not done by October, then Fury's gonna find a way not to fight him. So what I will say is, you know what? Even if you do it in a place with no crowd and just charge $100 pay-per-view, you know,
that's it.
Do it. Just do it. I don't care. That fight's gotta happen, because you can't let ungrateful Fury fucking get away with not fighting Wilder again. And it pisses me off. These rumors that supposedly, like, oh, if Tyson comes back, he'll be ranked with Wilder. That's disrespectful, man. This guy was
that is some bullshit.
Champ for 5 years, 10 title defenses. And how are you going to rank, you know, Tyson, who hasn't fought in almost 20 years, close to Wilder?
Hey, Jose, I got a question, Jose. Do you think that Ortiz has a heavier shot than Fury?
Yeah.
So how was Wilder able to take his like combo with his hands all the way down, but he can't take this accumulation of not even like real hard punches, just a bunch of like middle punches throughout the fight?
Well, when somebody,
because his gloves were loaded.
Okay, Roger got some heat. Roger got some. Shout out to Roger. That's a great.
His gloves were loaded.
We got to recap that.
When you got somebody punching you with bare knuckles, that's what happens.
It makes a difference,
bro. And the other thing I don't get, Raj, is he went from saying Fury's pillow fisted to Fury is all of a sudden Ivan Drago. That typically don't happen in boxing, where someone feels you don't punch like that, and they kept saying you're pillow fisted, and all of a sudden, you know, that's why it was so shocking to people, like, because, you know, it's like, where this power? It really felt like Tyson Fury got tired of hearing that pillow fisted stuff, so he's like, oh, we're gonna do something about this. You know, and I don't know what the hell he did.
I'm gonna call my boy Margarito up. He's gonna show me how it goes.
Bro. So, do y'all think what's a harder? I'll just pose it as a question: Joshua, Fury, or Wilder? Who is a tougher opponent for Fury? Joshua 1 or Wilder 3?
Wilder. I think Fury will walk through Josh.
Syrup.
He's gonna be thorough.
Yeah.
He's gonna make sure that all his dots are there, all the T's across. He's gonna be looking at everything. He's gonna be like really on top of it. I just wish that Wilder would allow his strength and conditioning coach to do a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like how
you look like a strength and conditioning coach. You in shape?
I am a strength and conditioning coach.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you look like
I'm all right.
Okay, you look like you try to beat this straight. He try to get
Trying
a
to whoop
job.
some ass.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Oh,
I just
wow.
think he's like, because he's already like heavy-handed. So you know, as long as he touches him at the right time, pretty much anybody's gonna go
Facts.
down, right?
Go to sleep.
But-
Yep.
But you know, I would like to see him get like, you know, thicker in his legs anyway.
Yeah. My other thing is this. I wanted
That's
Wilder
true.
to weigh more than he did versus Luis Ortiz 1 and Fury 1, but I don't think he needed to be at 233 or whatever it was. I think
And if you look at his physique, you know, all the weight was upper body that he gained.
yeah, he was just like he like a little bit too big. I think 217 to 225, that's the sweet spot.
225 is his
Yeah.
ideal weight.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the
Yeah.
sweet
Yes.
spot.
That was the
My question
Brazil
is, how
fight.
does the heavyweight champ, how does he get ready for a big, huge fight at Crunch Fitness with regular members?
Oh, I don't
You know
know
what I'm
about
saying? Like,
That's a good
I thought
point.
that was so
Good
weird.
fucking point.
Yeah, that
You know
was
what I'm
kind of
saying?
weird.
It was so weird. And then whenever, you know, I use landmines when I train my clients, and I'm looking at what they had a real good shot of him. His landmine squat up and down. His knees were buckling on the inside. He wasn't handling that weight. And on top of that, it was only a 35-pound plate.
You know what?
what I mean?
The other thing that benefits Wilder right now is I was at the Luis Ortiz 2 fight, crazy knockout. His turnaround was kind of crazy. He fought like the week of Thanksgiving, basically, because I went to that fight. He fought like late November, and then he had to fight by February 20-something. So he had to jump right back in camp.
So that's like, basically one camp to the other.
Yeah, so he might.
So he didn't even have a vacation. He didn't even have a
that's what
chance
I'm
to
saying.
relax
So
and recover.
That's kind of, you run the risk of like burnout when you and that's not even an excuse. It's just the reality with this.
One thing I wanted to,
with this pandemic, you actually have it is benefiting Wilder, I believe, because now they were supposed to go by July or something for the rematch, the trilogy. Now this has afforded everybody more time to get in the mental space. I know I'm getting in the mental space that I need to be. I'm able to do stuff in this pandemic that when I was traveling so much, I wasn't able to do. So I think this benefits Wilder having a bit more time. What were you saying, Icy? What, you folding clothes? What is he doing?
no, I'm eating.
What you eating?
Icy full service.
I'm not telling y'all that.
What were you trying to say?
I'm eating Popeyes, all right. Nah, but I was gonna say something else that I wanted to add about Roger is, or add on to Roger's thing was.
Mm-hmm. I thought you were talking about Roger Mayweather. You talking about the Roger right here? Okay.
No, you talking about
yeah.
That threw me off.
Because my coach has been saying for a while that Wilder's legs have looked like funny, in his last few fights. And if you go back and watch like the Johan Duhaupas fight, they don't look like that. Like, as far as stability wise, he looks way more stable against Johan Duhaupas than he does against, I want to say, now don't get me wrong, Wilder has decent footwork and everything, but he just looks weird whenever he's like, I don't know, I don't know if it's because he's tall.
I think you're right. He looked better against lesser of opponents with the way he was moving around in that very, very first round. From the time he came out the corner, his first couple of steps, he looked like he had clown shoes on. Something was wrong. It didn't look right? You know what I'm saying? Because none of us really expect him to come out like Muhammad Ali.
Yeah.
We just expect for him to kind of keep that same kind of wide stance, kind of gallop just a little bit, and then all of a sudden he'll have an awkward moment with his feet and he's throwing a heavy ass shot. But like from the very, very first round, I was watching that fight over here at my home with my son, and me and my son boxes. So we're looking and we're like, what's wrong with him? From the very first round. And we thought, okay, it doesn't really matter if his feet don't look great because as soon as he touches, Fury, it's gonna be night. But then it just kept getting weirder and weirder. He kept looking a little more weak. He looked like every time he tried to turn, he just looked like he was stuck in the mud. Like
I thought he got some loving.
I think Wilder might blast this man in the rematch in the trilogy because if you notice in the second, I think it was the second round, Wilder hit Fury, and it wasn't even like full force, but he hit him and he kind of like got Fury's attention. Fury said post fight when they were like hugging and like good fight. He said, "You caught me with the shot and you almost like got me out of there." He said something to that effect. So I think Wilder just shortened up his shots and whatnot.
Yeah, I think that was the first round. Yeah, I think it was first or second round that Wilder caught him. Yeah, because Fury was like, "Oh, if you would have caught anybody else with that shot, you would have
put him down or something." Yeah,
put him down. But I feel like Wilder's gonna be okay. I mean, if you look, obviously, I think we all agree that he wasn't himself that night.
And we got to, Jose, I want to just add to what you're saying too. We got to get past, I understand excuses and stuff, but like the suit, people are like, "Oh, he's making a suit." I never even heard Wilder say that. Like I never seen
these reporters.
But his suit did look heavy. You know what I'm saying? It looked like some Spawn shit.
But the thing is, what people don't understand is like, okay, you could lift a 45-pound plate and put it down, but you walk around for 30 minutes with it, or you're walking, you're walking 50 or 60 yards
with adrenaline.
With adrenaline, everything going on, your legs will be gone. And
he's a professional athlete, Jose. He should be ready.
Roger, we're not making any excuses, but it's the truth, man. It is what it is.
I think
we're not making excuses here, though.
Yo, Ego.
Matt, what's up? Hold on, I ain't heard from my man Matt.
His overall weight is so high. It feels like 45 would be light.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like, if he had like 100 pounds or 80, the fireman got to train with the 80-pound bag. So I just kind of felt like he's so big that it shouldn't have affected him to that point.
You got easy way to test it. Easy way to test it is put on take a backpack and fill it with 2 gallons of water. Try to go for a run. It's not gonna feel the same.
Good luck with that.
Matt, what's up? I got.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
Got something.
Yeah, just real quick. I just want to, because your earlier point was just still talking about like Joshua and Tyson Fury. I don't think that I'm not sure Joshua getting past Pulev after that catastrophe, first AJ fight, right? After that first Ruiz fight, that dude was like Adonis, right? Like he just coming out there killing everything. You get behind this dude, and then Fat Albert comes in, knocks him out in like 2 seconds. You like, yo. He knocks him out 4 times and then he quits, yo.
Oh, wow.
He quits. Quit. He spit out his
that's
shit.
Facts.
He was like, yo, I'm done.
No, that's
the word. Straight facts, Matt.
Claps to Matt because I thought Joshua, I give him credit for winning, but he didn't look good, you know what I'm saying, versus Ruiz.
No.
And Ruiz came in like a Teletubby or whatever the fuck he was doing. And he came in heavy.
He fought scared.
Yeah.
Scared.
Mike, exactly. He just fought
Joshua
scared.
was scared as could be. And even a couple of those sloppy punches that Ruiz landed, you could still tell that he was like,
I was just gonna say
for a little bit, and then he backed off real quick.
Yeah, like
Ruiz just gonna say, anytime they exchange,
Ruiz is a great fighter.
Got the upper hand.
Ruiz is a great fighter, but he's like one of the shorter heavyweights with the shortest arms in the division. So imagine if you were being pressured by Luis Ortiz or Daniel Dubois, Joe Joy, someone who's bigger and you're hurt. Like, I just don't know how Joshua would fare. I think Joshua is a solid fighter, but he's not what Eddie Hearns and stuff built him up as.
See, but what I feel like whoever wins of Wilder Fury, I think AJ will look for a way out if he gets past Pulev.
Yeah. But you know what else is weird too about AJ is AJ ducked the $50 million. And then the thing with AJ is he seemed like he talking about Tyson Fury since he's won a lot more energy than when Wilder had that belt for 10 consecutive fights. He's like, oh,
he didn't want no smoke with Wilder, man.
Yeah, he's like, me and Fury, we could fight. But
now he wants undisputed.
Yeah,
now he wants to fight for undisputed.
It makes no sense.
That's what I'm saying.
Come
Now
on,
you
bro.
want Undisputed when Fury has it. And see, you know what? I think it's a great point that I'm about to make real quick is you could have fought Fury before Wilder. Y'all both from the UK.
That's
And
true.
he did the drug binge and stuff. Why weren't you the one that did a deal with Fury before Wilder first fight? And AJ and Eddie Hearn, why didn't you contact Eddie Hearn or Frank Warren or whatever, get with Fury, make that fight, and y'all could have been fight, but you let Wilder do it and create a saga with Fury, and then now that Wilder finally lost to somebody, you jumping in the mix. You know what I'm saying? And you're like, oh, I want to be undisputed.
Wilder wants the smoke. AJ doesn't want the smoke. That's difference.
Ego, but
AJ
remember,
deep in his heart has got to know that he can only take a shot so hard before he's hurt. Because all of the big fights he's had, at some point, he got a little bit shook up. You know, it's not like if he's just this phenomenal chin running around and he's down to take a hit if he needs to. I think it's more in his head every time he fights. My chin does have a soft spot.
I think I believe them sparring rumors, all them rumors about what was happening in sparring, Joey
Getting shook
DeVecco.
up.
I believe that because it seems to go like coincide with what like my man Raj said. It kind of coincides. He don't seem he relies on. No one wants to get punched, but he don't seem like he responds well to it. Now I gotta ask y'all.
Hold on, Ego, real quick. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story.
Please don't.
So, y'all know I train at Fortune Gym, and a certain fighter that was accused of knocking out AJ in sparring is really good friends with Justin Fortune. He's trained with him a few times. So I asked a certain fighter, I said, hey, this was right before the AJ Ruiz rematch, sorry. I said, hey, why didn't they invite you back to AJ's camp? And he just looked at me. He was like, well, gee, I don't know. And then we just both started dying. So
basically it's true. Hey, Sir, what's your last thoughts? I want you to bring it because I ain't heard from you. Sir, bring us home on just Wilder Fury 3, AJ, heavyweights. What you got to say?
I got Wilder. Now he got time where he can sit and focus and go back to his fundamentals. If he just get that 1-2 back, he'll cook anybody with that. So once he gets his focus, I think he's gonna run through Fury. I think it might go around 3 or 4 rounds. I think he's gonna knock Fury out this time. As far as AJ, man, AJ cookie those soft, man. I think he was scared to fight he wouldn't fight Fury because Fury go outbox him. I think Fury will walk through AJ actually. So AJ, he's soft, man. He just, I don't know what it is.
Sound confident in this.
He got a feather chin. He's just like a soft acting dude, man. I don't know what the hell.
Feather chin.
Damn. Oh wow.
So, but yeah, I got Wilder. He's gonna focus. I think man, I thought his legs were going too. Looked like he jumped on his old, like he got with his woman before the fight, man. I looked at his legs in the beginning of the fight. I was like, man, his legs in the fight.
That could do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, man,
That'll do it for sure.
Glutes a little too much.
Man,
Wilder has been on record.
Fine too.
Jodeci
Wilder has been on
made
record saying that he will pipe before a fight. He said one fight he did like
so I thought that. I was like, man, his legs going. He must have did something before the fight.
That's that SWV knees.
That's like the same thing that happened to Keith Thurman. He was all hubby lovey dovey behind.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he got his wife. Yeah.
And then Pacquiao woke his ass up. He woke up in the ground.
Oh damn. All right, we're going to do a 2-minute. I'm do a timer. 2-minute speed round. I'm gonna ask a question and I'm gonna just go through the panel. So keep your responses pretty brief. I'm gonna go through it. Hold on, let me get my timer out. 2-minute speed round, Family Feud style. Okay. Canelo Triple G3, Jose.
Canelo.
Why? Damn, you kept it extra brief.
Triple G's
the Terminator.
Bro, Triple G's washed up. He lost to Sergey Derevchenko.
Oh.
He was hiding behind the ref. the ref saved him. And Canelo pissed him. Once Canelo hit him with a body shot.
Hey, bro, he said he was hiding. Hey, Jose, you wrong.
Yo, that's real talk, man.
Bro, Jose, you
be,
wrong.
once Canelo hits him to the body a few times, he gonna be like Rocky Field and just taking knees over and over, man. I'm telling you.
Okay. Leroy. Canelo versus Golovkin. Do you want to see it? How's it go? Break it down.
I honestly don't want to see it because I already know where Canelo got this. Triple G honestly has been overhyped to me for years. And shoot, Triple G been exposed since Kell Brook. A welterweight fucking was tearing his ass up. So I ain't trying to see it, to be honest.
Canelo Triple G 1 and 2. Who won each fight? Who'd you have winning?
For the first fight, it was close. It definitely, I don't know what the hell Adelaide Bird was looking at. I don't know what she was saying, but Triple G, I think Triple G might have edged it out a little bit. It was close, but he edged it out in the first fight, but Canelo definitely took it in the second fight.
Good
no
stuff.
doubt.
Real brother, Canelo Golovkin. Do you want to see it? What's popping with it?
In this same context that we're talking about Wilder and Fury, we need this trilogy to end so we can move on from it. In my mind, I have it 1-1. Okay. I have Triple G having a win. It was close. And I got Canelo winning a definite landslide. The third fight will, it will tell us what's what. I really believe that either we'll figure out if Canelo is the dominant 168-pounder that we think he is, or we'll see if Triple G really is that guy.
You think they'll fight at 68 instead of 60?
I don't know. Everybody got that Rona weight right now. Ain't nobody really working out in training. So maybe they'll fight at 160. It'll still be a good fight. And who do I have winning that fight? I don't know. I'm undisposed at this point, but I really think Canelo probably will take it. But it's anybody's fight. Triple G could come in great shape. He might have been working out this whole time. This last 4 months, he could probably be in shape. But in his last fight, he didn't look too good to me. He looked really bad. He looked old.
Brother, I don't see it. I really don't see it because I don't like. If you look at Triple G over the last couple years, in between fights, he be looking like Doughboy from Boys in the Hood and shit. Like you know what I'm saying? Like he don't look like he's the same level of dick. Mama, he don't look like he's been staying in the same shape. I think Canelo gonna dog him, bro.
Do you think since he lost his trainer that it's had an impact on his training regimen and his not lost him in the sense, but since he's no longer with him. Do you think that had since he fired his trainer?
I'm gonna be gone for a few minutes. Hopefully not too long. But
you don't care, Icy. All right, see you.
Yeah. Why was you crying, begging me to get in here then?
Because I said he had his food. He needs to go take a shit.
I said before the Zoom call, Ego said, "Please, Icy, please, you're my favorite."
How do I mute this?
I was like, "Oh my!"
I just muted him. We can't hear you now.
I can unmute myself. Now what?
Now I mute you back. That's what. So Abel Sanchez, I don't know that had that much to do. After a certain age, there's only so much you're going to retain. You see what I'm saying? So I think it's just his style. I think it's just his style. But let's go to Surah 47. Canelo, Golovkin 3. Do you want to see it? How does it play out? That whole thing.
I don't want to see it, but
why do you start like that? I don't want to see it.
I really thought Canelo won both fights.
Okay.
I thought Canelo won both fights, so I really don't want to see it. And I think this time Canelo might, Canelo's probably going to stop him with a body shot this time. I think he's just going to beat him up because Deontay beat his ass. And they gave him a fight, Deontay beat his ass. So I think with Canelo being a lot slicker and got way more power, I think he's going to probably stop him with a body shot or just beat him up. And they might throw in the towel or a ref might stop it. But
they might hate those guys.
Really,
and all guys, really, they might.
Really, he was exposed when he fought Willie Monroe. When Monroe hit him with those tick tick ticks, I think he exposed him.
He said them tick tick. Hey, you petty. Roger, what you think? Canelo Triple G?
I think Canelo all the way. I think Canelo is still getting better every fight, and the Triple G is looking worse every fight. I think he won both. I think that no matter what, how close the fight was, if you look at the first fight, Canelo, even when he got hit with that one heavy shot in the back of his head or his ear. His feet never moved. But he made Triple G move his feet 3 times when he hit him. And he rolls with the punches. When he gets punched, Canelo moves with it. Triple G sits there and takes it like a champ.
Yeah,
so
I
I think
agree
it'll
with
be
you.
the same thing, except like Homeboy said, I think the third fight, he's going to take a nap if he fights Canelo again. Mike
from Boston, Canelo Triple G.
I mean, at this point, I don't want to see them fight again. I thought Triple G won the first fight. I thought the second fight was close, but Triple G is 38 years old now. I feel like around the time of the first fight was his tipping point. Like he started to decline. He's not the same Triple G that we saw back in 2015. He doesn't have he just is not the same fighter. He doesn't look the same. I know that he would lose that fight to Canelo. Canelo would beat him, and I mean, I just am not interested in seeing a fight that's just a mismatch like we saw with Kovalev. Like with Kovalev, that fight was a waste of time. So I don't want to see it. I'd rather see Canelo fight David Benavidez or fight someone who's going to give him a real fight.
Great add-on. Tao, Canelo Triple G.
Yeah, I think Canelo is going to wash Triple G. Like, easy.
You said wash him.
Yeah, easy.
Easy work.
Because Triple G is he's old. He's not that good. Like, he doesn't have like that much technique. So I think Canelo's going to beat him easy.
Okay. Matt, anything to add on? Canelo, good luck.
Yo, that Charlo fight, that's what we looking forward to. That's the fight we want.
True.
Yes, we want that Charlo fight.
Yeah.
We don't want that. We don't want that crap that they're trying to sell us over there on the zone. We want to get that Charlo fight out the back. That's the fight we want to see.
Yeah, that Lions Born Ready. That's a hell of a fight. Now, y'all know I couldn't close. This is the last question, and I'm gonna close the show. I couldn't get out of here without asking y'all about DAZN. So an article just came out with the Financial Times. DAZN, they're basically, according to the article, looking for potential buyers to take over, or sell equity in the company. What are your thoughts on DAZN? Did you see this coming, Jose?
Yeah, I mean, once they did the whole bait and switch. See, I signed up when Canelo was gonna fight Rocky Fielding, and they give you that first month free. I'm like, okay, whatever. I signed up, watched the fight, and then there's some other guys that I like. I like Virgil Ortiz. I like I like watching Ryan Garcia. Andre is over there as well, which I like watching. So I'm like, you know what, I'll sign up. But then, not even 3 months after I signed up, they switched the price point, which it was a bait and switch. That's what it was. Yeah. And all their, you've called it for a long time, but it's like you could see it was coming, because how are you going to compete with all these big companies that are much cheaper? They have much more content. And unfortunately for them, the Rona was just like the icing on the cake. Yeah. So, like the guy who owns it, whatever, he's a billionaire. He's gonna be okay. But I think Eddie Hearn's gonna go back to the UK with the tail between his legs. That's what that shit he was talking. And I said it. I didn't see DAZN surviving more than 2 years with the way they were doing things. Unless they made some drastic change, I didn't see them lasting more than 2 years. So I don't think they'll be around, next year, to be honest. If they continue with the way they're running things, it's just like the commentary sucks. Their videos is just no good, man. Like, for real. Like,
yeah, I had buffering issues, and then like one time it would the actual. It wasn't in real time. It was like a delay. You know what I'm saying?
There was always a delay when there was always a delay. There was buffering, and like we got good internet. It's not like we had shitty internet. And then another thing is like the camera angles, the views were just weird, man.
Yeah, they be putting them porn.
Yeah, hey, they would switch it like big punches about to land. And you right about to see the juicy hit, and it's like a back shot.
Yeah.
And then you have these commentators that are like, I don't know, man. They need some help. They need some serious help if they really want.
I ain't even going front. HBO had a great production value, but I thought the commentary started to get super biased towards the end, especially. But then when they went out the business, you start missing HBO even more because you start seeing like the presentation from DAZN. I'm like, damn, HBO wasn't that bad.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look at whenever like fights are about to begin, the camera angles when they zoom into the ring, just certain things are just off. And
Facts.
I don't know. We'll see.
You know what else I didn't like? It sounded like first of all, what happened to Sugar Ray Leonard? Wasn't he on that?
Mm-hmm.
He just disappeared like the middle child from Family Matters, Judy or whatever. Where is he even at? Wasn't he a commentator?
He's on the BBC.
No, he was on DAZN, bro. He was doing commentary. But whatever, he just disappeared.
But like DAZN started off the bat. They started wrong. Like they started having celebrities like, oh, sign up to DAZN. Like, motherfucker, you have nothing to do with boxing.
Yeah, it was so disrespectful. They had that Canelo.
Pay-per-view. Get the fuck out of here with that.
When they had the Canelo Kovalev and the Logan Paul 40 days, and the Logan Paul one was better than the Canelo one. And the Canelo one had DJ Khaled. He was like, we the best. I'm like, why the fuck is he even here? What is DJ Khaled got to do with this?
I think that was the
I hate to say it, though. The YouTubers, I was just going to say, the YouTubers had better representation on DAZN than actual fucking boxers. YouTubers were having main ring fights, whereas the champion was fighting on the bottom of the card. I'm so confused, Ego.
Like what they did to Tevin Farmer, Jojo Diaz.
Exactly.
He on the undercard.
Exactly.
Andre's allegedly the main event, but then you have Logan Paul had his own press conference with the Gibb dude. I'm like, how you do that? Where they do that at? But I thought it was disrespectful to what they did with Andy Ruiz. Before the fight started, they went and asked all the DAZN commentators about Andy Ruiz. What can he do to win? And they were like, I mean, I don't know. He just has to show
8,000 sit-ups.
Yeah, they were just saying casual stuff like he just got to show that he wants to be here.
That was really
and then he ended up sleeping Joshua. And then when he got dropped, they talking about, hey, Joshua's a great finisher. Watch this. And I watched it, and I watched Ruiz start piecing Joshua up. So I'm like, watch what? It's like the commentary is so off. My bad, Leroy.
Oh, hey, that's when Sugar Ray Leonard was there because he was talking bad about Ruiz.
They all were, bro. All of them. Leroy, what are your thoughts on DAZN financial woes?
DAZN need to go somewhere. Honestly, I canceled my subscription right before it jumped up from the $10 because I had it since Joshua fought Povetkin.
Okay.
So I had it ever since then. But bruh, I was like, what they not even putting no fights on. There's no live events going on. Why am I gonna be paying especially $20 a month and I don't feel comfortable doing $100 for what am I getting?
Yeah, boxing is too fickle. Matches get canceled, people fail drug test like Joshua.
And then they won't even give us the fights that we're asking for. Why can't we get Andrade and Canelo? Why can't we get Triple G and Andrade? Like DAZN won't even give us the fights that we asking for, let alone, just while we're paying for what we, for the product, and they not even giving us what we asking for.
Yeah, man. I hope I can change that on my channel. I just don't want to contribute to all this clout chasing in boxing. Like, there's so many fights that are being talked about, and they're not going to happen. They're like, oh, Ryan Garcia and Tank, or Devin Haney and Loma or whatever, and they want you to build these fights up, but there's no legs behind it. There's no indication that we're getting any closer. So
Igor, what was one thing that I think Devin Haney's a great fighter.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely going to be, one of the next big stars in the sport. But I didn't like the fact that when he wasn't medically cleared yet to fight, he was out here calling Broner. He was calling out Mikey. He was calling out Ryan, Tank. He was calling everybody and their mamas. And I'm like, all right, you can do that. But, bro, you're not even medically clear to fight. And it's like, instead of calling them out, why ain't you calling out Javier Fortuna, who was your mandatory? You know what I'm saying?
It's a tricky fight for anybody.
What was that?
I said Fortuna is a tricky fight for anybody.
Listen, Fortuna's I think one of the most underrated fighters at 135.
He arguably beat Robert Easter.
Easter, in my opinion, and the losses.
Oh, I remember that.
Hey, real brother, any add-ons to the DAZN, financial trouble, trying to get more money?
We've been talking about this from the beginning, actually, when everything kicked off and Tracy Morgan was yelling bye-bye pay-per-view. I really believe there's some serious situations going on in the background. I've been saying this on your channel for like the last 2 years. Well, 18 months, I've been saying that PBC and Al Heyman and those guys and his team, they're going to selectively and periodically pick this company apart. And their opportunity is coming soon. The blood is in the water. The sharks are hungry and they're about to eat. So PBC is already leading the business and paying their boxers and making sure.
How come people don't admit that, though? People won't admit that.
I hate to say this, but I think it's a race issue. And we've talked about this before, off of this stuff. But, when it's funny because when you have a Mexican fighter against a black person or a black person against a white person, all these weirdos come out and it turns into some sort of us versus them situation. It's still mano a mano. It's still one person versus another person. We're all human at the end of the day. But it turns into this bigger spectacle when there's a different race versus a different race. And I don't get it, But in this aspect,
or even a different ethnicity, because people gave me heat.
They gave you heat for what?
Oh, because I said I'll pick Marcus Brown to beat Badu Jack. And I told people, I was like, I'm Haitian, but I'm picking Marcus Brown. I still think Marcus Brown, well, not Badu Jack, I'm tripping. Jean Pascal. I'll pick Marcus Brown to beat Jean Pascal. And I still think Marcus Brown will beat Jean Pascal. But I got heat for that, because I told people I was Haitian beforehand. They was pissed after he knocked them out. I picked who I thought I was going to win.
You know what I also noticed with old media? I noticed that when PBC first came out, they were super negative. They were negative, saying it's going to fail. The fighters are being paid too much, yada, yada, yada. This won't work. The fights on free TV. These are cherry-picked mismatches. But then when DAZN came out, there wasn't Al Heyman, who's obviously a black advisor. And all of a sudden, people seem to be more receptive. Like, oh, this DAZN could work. And they weren't saying, they're overpaying people. And then you look at Canelo and Golovkin's salaries with DAZN, and you see how much Canelo's getting. It's like, how did you have a problem with Danny Garcia, Robert Guerrero back then getting $2 million apiece, but you ain't saying nothing about Canelo getting $500 million, $380 million, killing the whole budget? Golovkin getting $15 million to fight Steve Rolls. Like what?
And that's a great point, Ego. I was going to say that. They talk about how DAZN came into the game and they gave Canelo this Lambo Nello, that bag. They gave him so much money up front. Now they actually need this fight to be successful in order to make money back for their company. I remember when I first watched PBC, they came on Bounce TV. That they didn't even come on cable TV. They came on Bounce TV, the free channel. You had to go get an antenna to get that shit. So that's how I watched the first PBC showing at my house, because I don't get antenna, I get cable. Yeah. So I just think that DAZN probably is going to be out of business in the next 18 months and probably in the next year or even sooner. But I think PBC going to pick up the pieces and put them boys right in the game.
Yeah,
we'll see.
top rank too. They got, they might make some plays towards certain people. I just feel a lot of it's been mismanaged. Like people, myself included, have had suggestions and feedback and things that you could do different, and they haven't done any of it. Like, I see people constantly talking about the broadcast quality, buffering, and I haven't really seen any improvements. I heard people talking about the commentary crew. Haven't seen no improvements. And for me, one of the weird things is there's no response from DAZN right now. We're in a pandemic right now, and I haven't heard what they plan to do with people who've paid $100. Like they've already given you their money, and you have no content for them for months. What are you planning on doing?
One, and you know what, Ego, honestly, I just want to piggyback on that one point you just said, because honestly, that's one thing that ESPN Plus is killing the zone, at least here in the US, is all that content that they have outside of sports, right? That they can leverage, especially during this time. And this has been a great discussion. The one thing I would just add is I could totally see AT&T with their HBO Max buying up just the US portion of the zone and launching it so that they can really push that new product, and maybe HBO gets back in the boxing game.
Yeah, that's a strong point.
That's a good point.
I feel the zone would have to do a full scale revamp. You know, maybe get rid of some of the leadership and some of the existing people and just start with new, different ideas. Like they would have to come anew for sure, because I feel like they're going to continue losing money, especially with the pandemic. Like Dillian White versus Povetkin. I mean, I thought Povetkin lost to Michael Hunter. Is that really a big fight?
No.
You know, Joshua Pulev, I get it. He's a mandatory. Is that a big fight, though? You know, is that bigger than Wilder Fury 3? Is that more anticipated than Joe Joyce and Benoit? No. So.
No. I said it in the live stream. In order for DAZN to possibly save themselves, they're going to have to restructure the entire company. And restructure everybody, because it doesn't make any sense. I don't think they're going to be around for a while if they continue the way they're doing. And it's another thing is like you know, I canceled my subscription a few months ago, but it's like, you know, I canceled my subscription, and as someone who, you know, some of these companies, if you cancel subscription or whatever, they'll reach out to you in an email like, hey, how can we do it better? How can we do this, or how can we keep your business and that? I didn't get any emails from them, or even as a member, you know, they didn't, you know, they do all these polling on YouTube of unrealistic fights. Like, oh, would you watch this? But what about the people that you already have signed up? Why not worried about keeping those customers happy and, you know, ask what they would like to see?
Yeah, I think they've done a lot of clout chasing too, like where they'll announce fights they're going after before they've secured the fights, you know, so it's like counting the eggs before they hatch. They talked about Logan Paul and Antonio Brown. Oh, they're going to fight, and they did Face Off, and they're like really promoting it. And then Logan Paul just did an interview in March before the pandemic with TMZ, and he said, I ain't fighting Antonio Brown. He don't want to fight. So you just led people off a cliff, really.
The zone come off like
add to Jose's point real quick, because subscription companies really do stuff like that. I remember one time I was finna cancel Showtime because I have the app, and they gave me 30 days free.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. What were you saying, sir? I think that was you.
It's like, it's like the zone come off. If I didn't know better, you think they were money laundering, man. They just made all the bad damn moves. Man.
Oh, they on Ozark? That's what's up.
No, like they money laundering, man. Like they giving away money. I don't know if they was using that as a lure to try to lure all those other fighters over. They're just giving away money, man, and not even like you said supporting any content. They come off like they money laundering. I'm like, man, why the hell are they making all these dumbass moves? And they got all this money, man. You don't do that unless you got other money coming in. They come off like they were money laundering. I was like, man, this shit look crazy, man. But maybe
the other thing that's kind of weird to me is like how you want Canelo versus Golovkin, but you can't make Canelo fight Golovkin. They wanted it last year, and he wouldn't do it. And then now Golovkin is saying he don't want to fight Canelo. It's just, I mean, this is getting crazy. Anybody have anything to add? Yeah, Raj, what's up?
I feel like at times that they were kind of like trying to make it like UK versus USA. You know, like,
oh yeah, they definitely
we're taking over. Like, you know, we're the mainstream now. You guys are going to be back to like second best because it all started over here in the UK, and you know
that
that's.
Didn't work.
If I was a business like that, I'd be trying to make friends with everybody, trying to be, you know, a company that everybody likes. And like Jose said, they got to do something about the people that disappointed.
Yeah, definitely. Anybody have anything else to add?
Yeah, I mean, I'd say that.
Cooked.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, Mike, you good. Keep going.
Okay, I mean, we've been talking about this for a long time. DAZN is a company based off clout chasing, off antics. They remind me of the WWE with all their bullshit. Like you get and the problem is that they could have done a lot more. Like think about it. Ego made a good point the other night when he said when they had Canelo watch one of his old fights. Why didn't they have him watch the first Golovkin fight? Like that's a small thing that would have been interesting. I would have tuned in to see that.
It would have been more relevant. Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and also they have Triple G and they have Andrade. Okay, so they could make a unification fight. Both guys are on DAZN, but it's not even been discussed. The only thing they've even discussed, I've seen with Andrade recently, he's had him on Instagram Live for like a few seconds, and then it's going nowhere. And I mean, I just get him. I just want to get him out of here so we don't have to talk about him anymore because they're just trash. I mean,
damn.
Do y'all know how sad it is to hear? Because I met Demetrius Andrade, and y'all have heard me.
And he got skills.
Y'all probably heard this. I've met Demetrius Andrade at the Old Fortune Gym location. Y'all know how sad it is to hear like a fighter sound so defeated about the fact that they can't get a fight with this person they've been trying to like get a fight with for years. Like I asked him straight up. I said, this is right before the Kovalev fight. I said, you gonna run up on him? And he was like, man, he just like he didn't even know because it's like what's the point? Like they're doing everything in their power to avoid you. That's why like people, of course I want to see Charlo versus Canelo, but if I had to pick a fight that I wanted to see right away, like as soon as the pandemic was over, it'd be Charlo versus Eubank because Charlo versus Canelo is not realistic, just like Andre versus Canelo is not realistic, in my opinion. And it's not because of those guys; it's because of Golden Boy and DAZN.
Good stuff.
And people. I don't care about anyone talking about. Oh, they offered Charlo. They did not. How do you offer someone a fight, but you don't know who turns it down? That doesn't make any sense.
Over Instagram. They offered it over Instagram.
And Eddie Hearn showing
conversation. Get out of here with that.
Eddie Hearn, and I heard this on the PBC podcast, but I said this to Ego before, because when Eddie Hearn had Charlo on the Instagram Live, he said, oh, when do you want to fight? When do you want to fight? Something along the lines. And Charlo said, call Al Heyman. I'm ready. Call Al Heyman. Then Eddie Hearn's going to go on this tangent about, oh, I thought you said you own boss. What? Who's that? Who's Al Heyman? And it's like,
oh yeah, he's trying to play the role. See?
Yeah, like bro. So you have the map. You know what I'm saying? You have the way there.
Blueprint.
You got the goal right in front of you to make
an excellent
that
point,
fight happen.
Yo, did you see the sneak diss that he threw in at Charlo at the end when he calmed down? He said, "It's crazy that you have all that money."
He tried to say, "Oh, look at all the money you got for not fighting anybody.
You never fought anyone." Exactly. Yeah. I mean,
he said that.
Sucker shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he said that. He said it as soon as Charlo clicked off the call.
Oh wow, man. I just feel like I want to clean up boxing to the point where it's less clout chasing. If you really can make the Ryan Garcia versus Tank, then let's see it. That's it. But right now it's just a bunch of trying to get the fans hyped up, and it's leading to nowhere. With those types of fights.
See, but I think about that fight, Ego.
Which one?
I think Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, they'll fight each other if you put them they'll fight each other.
Oh yeah.
I think even now, I think Tank will. I think Ryan will fight Tank. The problem is that you have Golden Boy. Oscar's not gonna let that shit happen.
Fact.
Nope.
I agree. It's the people in the
better not.
in that. What'd you say, Roger?
I said he better not.
Why?
Tank's gonna get him. He's not ready for Tank. He's good. But he's still building up his power. I think Tank got such a hard hit that he still looks like a man next to Ryan.
I don't agree with that. I don't think Ryan wants to smoke because
really
he still has not addressed Rolly properly. And that's
a great fight. I want to see Rolly and Ryan. I think that's the right direction if you really want to fight Tank.
I would too.
It'll be a great beatdown.
Yeah, they're both with the promotion. Floyd made that bet. That's a good fight.
When Ryan was asked about Devin, I think it was after his last fight, he said
he wants to wait or fight him last. I remember.
Yeah, so that to me was goofy. That tells me everything I need to know right there. I don't think Ryan really wants to smoke like that. He already had the deal as far as how to get to Tank from Floyd, and what Oscar do? Tell him he's going to take him to court. So he can act, one way, but his actions are something else. Well, he can say one thing, but his actions are something else.
He talks the most
I don't
shit.
think Ryan really wants it.
Who? Mike?
Ryan Garcia, man, he talks the most shit. He at one point he was like, I think if I knock out if I knock out Linares and Tank sees that, he's gonna run away like a little bitch. Like Tank was one of those guys in the amateurs, one of those East Coast guys that would get knocked out. You never heard of him. Like I never heard of him in the amateurs. Like talking mad shit, calling the man a bitch, and it's all clout chasing. So I can't stand Ryan Garcia, to be honest with you. I think he's just a diva. Like he's like an Instagram thought as a male.
Yo, Ego, I think. Oh, sorry, my bad.
No, I wasn't saying that. You good.
Oh, but yeah, I just wanted to say with the zone, as we're talking, I was just thinking, a real core problem with the zone is really they let the promoter run the entire boxing business. If they had kept it separate and had rematch room and they had Golden Boy on the side, and then they could make the proper matches that we're looking for. But now they've got the zone, they got rematch room and they got Golden Boy just running the show. And the only people making money right now, Eddie Hearn, Oscar and his crew. They're the only ones making the money. The boxers aren't really making the money. It's really Eddie Hearn. Like I said it on some of the chats. I'm like, yo, the only person I know that's grown their entire brand from this whole thing is Eddie Hearn. Like I didn't know Eddie Hearn before the zone. Like now Eddie Hearn is that dude, right? It's all just really it's fake. All that stuff, right? It's just the zone is run by you let the monkeys just run the entire show. And it ain't right.
I hear you on that.
The problem is that when fights are being made, nobody's all up in the videos like Eddie Hearn. You never hear Al Heyman, but Al Heyman makes fights happen. So it's like
Al Heyman is the whisperer, bro.
When fights are being negotiated, nobody should be on Instagram or tweeting or
Instagram
whatever,
Live and
social media talking.
Podcast shows.
All the negotiations are done behind closed doors. And that's what makes fights happen. But you have all these guys, like little high schoolers, I don't know, tweeting each other, whatever. And it's
like, let me show you the emails.
It's getting boring. It's getting old. Like, let's see some fights. I don't want to see this Twitter beef.
I feel like Eddie Hearn's like the disease of the company. Like he's the root of all the problems.
Yeah, I think because he was the first face recognizable in boxing with the zone. He was talking ish. He was like, American takeover, all these American promoters are going to be scared of me. And, he said a lot of stuff, but so far the zone hasn't really lived up to that, to me.
Nope.
And they're raising the price. It's like, how are you $20 and Netflix got way more content and original full-length movies? I watched the Thor, Chris Hemsworth. He has one called The Extraction. It's good. It's a good
Extraction, the best movie I haven't seen in a while.
Yeah, it's a good flick. And that's a Netflix original.
So, Ego, I got a question.
So they're cheaper than you? That don't make sense. What's up?
I got a question. At the end of the movie, was he alive or was he dead? Me and my wife, we've been fighting.
I don't want to get no spoilers. I don't want to get no spoilers.
Okay.
Thank you for spoiling
that movie up.
Yeah.
I've seen Extraction already.
Well, but yeah, I'm not going to spoil it. We'll have a sidebar conversation about that. But
we'll talk about that.
So that's it. I want to wrap up. I appreciate each and every one of you, even the people. There's a couple people that like checked out or whatever. You guys are all part of history. This is the first ever. I just kind of want to see how everything worked. This video will be up shortly. Does anyone have anything else that they want to add to it? You guys can also reach out to me, like on a private note, if you guys have talks, because we're going to keep running these. These are cool. And you guys, you're welcome to come back on any of them ones. I don't know how long they'll all be, but, this is the first one. So everybody give yourself a round of applause. We did it. Our first one.
One thing I do want to add
Icy.
is,
don't clap for Icy.
Oh, shit.
I was just going to say something.
What's up, Icy?
Yeah, one thing I want to add is that this was my idea, and you know, I'm gonna let Ego take credit for it.
Good job, Icy.
Salute,
Okay.
Icy.
Hey,
Okay.
Ego,
Yes,
everybody's
Rod.
been on restriction, and no one's really had the opportunity to, you know, really dig deep with people that are, you know, still trying to keep things running with the boxing. This was cool as heck. I was drinking a beer. I was in the backyard. I saw the email. I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do this. I'm going to try to get it more structured so you guys have enough notice to know when. And you guys, you know, you don't have to be here for the whole thing. You can miss some, come some. It should be fun, though. I like it. This is an easy format. You know, I enjoy hearing everybody's perspective. This one's going in the history book. This is my first one. It was cool. I want to ask y'all real quick, and you guys could just chime in. This pandemic's been rough for some people. What is the one fight you want to see when boxing comes back? Like, not like a realistic fight that you think could happen.
Teofimo Lopez versus Lomachenko.
Yeah, Teofimo Lomachenko.
That's a good fight.
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Okay, what else? Anybody else?
Eubank Jr.
I definitely want to
versus
see the
Jamal
3-peat
Charlo.
Wilder Fury.
Wilder Fury
Yeah.
3,
Or
Eubank and Charlo.
Or Eubank or Charlo versus Derevyanchenko.
Anybody else?
I want to see
I'll take
David.
the
I want to
Terrence
see
Crawford
David
Mayweather.
Benavidez.
I mean, not Mayweather.
Sorry, this is like everybody's talking. I can't hear.
I was saying I think I want to see David Benavidez either fight Canelo or Caleb Plant.
Great fight.
I want to see Plant fight again too.
Caleb Plant's more realistic.
And I also want to see. I want to see how Errol Spence looks when he comes back.
I'm definitely waiting to see Spence versus anybody, whoever he fights. Spence, anybody.
Yeah.
I think Spence Danny Garcia. That's not an easy fight, especially coming off of an accident and stuff. I think that's
exactly. That's not an easy. That's not a gimme fight. That's a real fight.
Yeah,
that's a risk.
Keith Thurman said Danny was the hardest person that hit him. So
I just want to see a
second fight with Pacquiao and Thurman.
I'll take a Bud Crawford Pacquiao fight though.
Only if they test it.
We'll see.
If it's testing, I want to see it. If it's not testing, I don't want to see it.
What would you say post-pandemic? How do you think boxing will be like with no crowd? I want to know what you guys think. Is it going to be crazy? Is it going to be the same energy? Everything going to be on pay-per-view? Final thoughts.
Fight parties, bigger
everything's going to be pay-per-view.
Might be a little
I
distracting.
think everything's going to be pay-per-view for a while because they need to make money on this situation. A lot of the money comes from the gate, from people actually going to fights and buying T-shirts and drinks and hotels and all that stuff. That format is out of the window. Okay, a lot of businesses actually are switching their setup. They're catering to people, delivering to your house now. Best Buy sends me emails every day to say, "Hey, Mr. Technology,
yeah, I've been getting them
you haven't
too.
come in and bought." I'm telling you. So you're no longer going to have these brick and mortar stores. So when it comes to sports, i.e. NBA, NFL, whatever, where you had those arenas that we spent billions of dollars paying our tax monies for, that shit is gone. You're going to see, like right now, the NBA is coming back. They're getting ready to fly all the teams to Florida. They got all these hotels set up. ESPN/Disney. That's why they making that money. All the NBA is moving to Florida for that 4 months. They're going to run these games. They're going to broadcast them on ESPN. And they're going to be limited people in those arenas. And we're going to get to enjoy sports again. Okay? But anyway, my point was this. From now on, boxing will probably have to switch to a pay-per-view format just probably for the next year. I told you last time we spoke, 2021 is the next time I'll go on a plane and go to a fight in person.
Yeah,
I'm going to wait this next year and a half and see what happens. But probably pay-per-view, and then hopefully those fights come to fruition, man. I'm ready for it.
All right.
Hey, everybody did a good job tonight, man. I appreciate y'all, too.
I appreciate everybody for your time. You'll be able to catch this video on the channel. Keep it locked. Again, if you have suggestions about things that will make this more smooth or dates, times we should do it, let me know all that. Hopefully you guys at home enjoyed it. And that's it. That's a wrap. Thank you guys.
All right, salute, guys.
All right, everybody. Have a good rest of
my
Adios.
Everybody be safe.
See y'all.
Adios, mi amigos.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.